Hey fellas, how are you doing? Do you guys want me to share something with you and girls? Mainly for the guys this one, but I think girls might learn from the actual principle. Do you guys want me to share something with you that I've never shared before on YouTube? I've shared this to some of my close friends, close clients that I work with on a 6-week program. I think, in all honesty, there was a part of me that was a bit of a selfish part of me that didn't want to share this, but that's why I'm going to share it. I want to share this with everyone. I want to share this with the world. I hate to say it because I didn't used to like hearing this when I went on YouTube years ago. I thought it was a bit cheesy seeing people say it. Would you like to learn? I don't know. Would you like to learn how to attract very beautiful women into your life? I'm going to share how I've learned how to do it. First of all, I'm going to ask you a question. As you know, I'm very straight, I'm very honest, very straightforward. Are you willing to face terror? Are you willing to be terrified? Are you willing to face all your darkest demons? Are you willing to feel socially uncomfortable for a few months, maybe a year, maybe a few weeks, depending on how hard you work? Are you willing to have doubts? Are you willing to have vicious voices that say you're not good enough, that you can't get attractive women, that this guy's better? Are you willing to go through that? Are you willing to have panic attacks in the morning? Are you willing to have sleepless nights? Are you willing to face every part of your personality that you despise? You know, the parts of our personality that we don't like, the parts of me that I don't like and I don't want you to see about me, I don't want you to judge me. I don't want you to see these parts of me because I'm ashamed of them, I'm embarrassed of them, and I'm frightened of them. Are you willing to expose those parts and to work on those parts? If you're not willing to do that, in my personal experience, I can't speak for everyone because there's a lot of stuff on the internet. Some of it's not true, some of it's just exaggerating and it's just quick fix. This has been my truth to attracting beautiful women. I never thought I'd be on YouTube making a video like this. I never thought I had the right to do this. I just thought that would be such an arrogant thing to say because of how I was brought up. And I struggled with women for many years of my life. But I got sick of it. I got sick of sitting at my house and having panic attacks and being suicidal. I get passionate when I talk about it. I was suicidal. And in those days it made me violent. It made me violent because I was living in self-hate. Because I hated everyone. And that made me have social anxiety, which is inclusive in sync with attracting beautiful women. Because you can't attract beautiful women when you've got terrible social anxiety. The two don't, it doesn't happen, it contradicts. Usually, there's always grey area in every law. So, when I heard this online about people saying this, I used to just think, these are just good-looking guys in suits trying to sell me stuff. This is not going to help me. And now, now I'm a good-looking guy in a suit trying to sell you stuff, but I want to help you. But I'm sending you the truth. I'm telling you what actually changed my life and got me results. And I'm giving it to you for free. It's your choice to go out and make it happen. But I'll ask you the question again. Are you willing to have panic attacks in the morning and sleepless nights? Are you willing to face every part of your personality that you hate and despise and you don't want other people to see? Are you willing to face terror in the face of being around beautiful women? Because beautiful women terrified me. Most men don't admit it. They don't say the truth because they got too much ego. I was afraid of beautiful women. I was afraid of people. I was afraid of life. I was afraid to come out of my house because of social judgment. Because I've been through a lot of fights and violence. So being around attractive women brought stuff up in me. It made me anxious. It brought up pain bodies, vicious voices. And I projected that onto beautiful women, which is why I couldn't attract them. I couldn't attract have a relationship with me. So the process I used was, the first one was the social practice of talking to beautiful women and allowing the uncomfortableness. I couldn't hide it, and guess what? I'm going to scare them. It's because I love you and I want to help you. And I want to put out the truth for people. The beautiful women are going to see that you're not comfortable. Everyone's going to see it. But it's good for you, and it was good for me. Because we try and hide our insecurities when we've got social fears, and it makes it worse. So I'm not saying that we go out and we plead and we seek validation and sympathy. This is the opposite. This is what a real man does, or a real woman. Admit to your fear, be honest enough, which is in admitting to the dark parts of you, because dark parts of you want to hide your insecurity. You don't want people to see it because you don't want to be judged. But that doesn't liberate the fear, it makes it worse, gives you more anxiety. When you admit to the fear and you start going and practicing, you slowly start to become more socially confident. But you've got to do the spiritual work or the psychological work, because I found, this has been my experience, it could be different for other people, and teaching other men how to meet women, I found if you just do the social side, and a lot of people do it, a lot of people teach that where you go out, and I taught that a few years ago, and you approach an excessive amount of people, women, and that you hope that you're going to hit and get lucky, and sometimes you do, but you can't keep a woman like that because you're not in the right vibration and areas in your life are not straightened out. I know, I went through this myself. So a lot of guys will go out and learn how to pick women up with strategy and techniques, and I don't believe in that anymore. It's not where I'm at. I tried that. But to attract a woman naturally, because like this book says, you're in the same vibrational frequency. It's not what you're thinking, what I used to think. It's not she's better than me, I'm better than her. But we have to be honest about this brutal truth. We attract what we are according to our vibration. So honesty comes into mind. Most of my advice is going to be contradictory to other people's advice, but this wasn't true for me, what they were saying on the internet. They was encouraging me to have no integrity and to lie and cheat and steal to get beautiful women. And I did all that, and that didn't bring me beautiful women. It attracted me beautiful women, but it attracted me women that were in a bad place. Social problems, self-esteem issues, angers, aggressions. It ruined my life at one stage, but it also helped me to improve my life. So you've got to work on yourself, and that's got to be done on a practical social level. So yes, of course, if you're scared of beautiful women, whatever you're scared of, you must practice. So you've got to get around, you've got to speak to them, but you've got to get your integrity right. Of course you're going to have anxiety if you've done 1,000 D's wrong behind the scenes. So no fap comes for mind. Can you stop the pornography, guys? And girls as well, because obviously girls watch porn. The same rule applies. Lots of girls want to meet amazing men. Lots of women complain and say that they can't trust men, that all men cheat. But this is because the woman doesn't trust herself, in my experience. Because all men don't cheat. I don't cheat, I'm not a cheat. I used to do that when I was in a different place. I know lots of men that don't cheat. All my friends, good men, have got good relationships, don't cheat on their girlfriend. So it's always about ourselves. What I'm doing here, I'm telling you what you already know. So most people go online and they look for methods and tricks to excuse the truth of what they need to do because they're frightened, and I did that. And if you do that, I'm not judging you, because I did that. And of course, there's a lot of skepticism. We go online, there's some fantastic teaching. Whatever you look for, you'll find. So if you've attracted me today, that's a good sign. That's a part of you that is very honest, very integral. That's attracted me, because I'm very honest, I'm very integral. So, for ages, I knew this when I was a kid. I didn't need this book. I'm not discrediting the author, I've got massive respect. I bought their book, these people are amazing. I bought their book to remind me to outline what I knew as a kid, a young boy with no education at school, no academic education. I knew intuition. The conversations with my father, with my mum, with my friends, even the negative, I knew it. Confidence, self-esteem. You don't need tricks to attract beautiful women. You need to be in the right frequency, you need to be in the right place in your life. And it's not looks. It's not looks, that's a cop-out, that's an excuse, that's a truth, it's not the truth. Because there's lots of men that are very good looking and they struggle to meet attractive women, or they struggle with people with social anxiety disorder, because they don't trust themselves because of what they're doing in their life and they've been through things. So it's a positive, powerful message. So you do the opposite in a sense to attract women. You work on yourself, you work on life. I got a mentor, and the first area I started with was social anxiety disorder. A voice come up now for me to share with you, and it said, to get good with the women, we've got to get comfortable with the men. I know that you know what I mean. The men that were like me, violent, insecure, and didn't trust other men. That's why you struggled with attractive women. Because attractive women or attractive people, not just physically looking. I'm on about the whole package. I'm on about good people in a good place, healthy self-esteem, good looking, good people, the good that's in all of us. They're not going to be attracted to you if you're in a negative frequency, and this is science. Or if you do attract them because you faked it and tricked your way in, which I don't teach, they're going to catch you out and see that's a mask, and then they're going to reject you, or you're going to reject the situation. Honesty and congruence, honesty, integrity. I remember, guys, many years where I couldn't admit it to myself because of my ego. I was getting quite good results with women, but there was a certain caliber, there was a certain type of woman. It wasn't necessarily her looks. It was the personality, it was the archetype, the ethics. I'll give you an example. I'm being really open here. Because I grew up on a council estate, and a lot of limiting beliefs about the type of women that I could attract. I had quite a lot of insecurities about attracting a woman who was middle class and educated. That was one of my demons growing up. That had been put onto me wherever I got that. So I thought, I know it's not true. I know it's not true. I know it's not true because I'm charming. It doesn't matter what background I come from. It's not where I'm from, it's where I'm going. It's got nothing to do with my class. It's not a class thing I'm teaching, it's a vibrational thing. You could be upper class and be in a low frequency, a low vibration, because you're cheating and thieving and cursing and being a dishonest person. So vibration is about integrity, it's about we align to it. So I thought to myself, I know I can meet a woman like that. Guess what happened? I was out one day, I was doing a project for YouTube, this is 3 years ago. I was in a good place, I was in a much better place than I used to be. And I was at home one day and I remember, I think I got some criticism from someone, and they said to me, you're good at what you do, your teachings. So the person had gave me some criticism and they said, I like your teaching, but I don't think your teaching would work on a career woman. So a stereotype of woman down the city. What's this? Where are we? In the city, right? Just a symbol, right? What's this? It's just a suit, it's nice, it's a shirt, right? I'm a businessman, right? I'm from a council estate to start with, that's where I'm from, so I'm proud of. I'm in a suit. Where am I? What's the book? I'm talking to you. I've attracted this. Look what's in the background. My thoughts, my imagination, my feelings, my entitlement. So a few years ago, I'm making a YouTube series actually about going out and attracting business women. Guess what happens to me? This is the law of attraction. I was in the right vibration. I seen a woman and I thought, she's beautiful. And I'd finished the project with my friend and we'd put the camera away and I said, wait, I want to go and speak to her. I got this, I felt scared, but I felt excited. I fancied her a lot. I walked over, I spoke to her, and she became my girlfriend for 2.5 years. And she was all those things that the voices in my head said to me. I wasn't good enough, she wouldn't date a guy like me, or was in love. She was attracted to me and was in love. And I loved her very much. I changed the frequency. It's got nothing to do with what background I come from. If anything, it's because of where I come from. I got my charm from the working class. I got my charm from the council estate, from being around what I learned. That's who I am. That's not who I am, but it is who I am. Do you understand? I had to change my state, and then I was dating a woman like that. It's just a person. It's just an archetype. It's just an idea. But the idea is strong in our imagination, in our societal beliefs. So we can zoom in and out of different vibrations according to how we feel, what we align to. And she was no more scarier than any other woman I met. And then I thought to myself, well, what else can I not do? What else can I not do in my teaching? Nothing that I can't put my mind to if I apply this law, which is a law I'd been applying since I was a kid, but I was doing it in the wrong way, with the violence, the fighting and the drugs and the addictions and all the negative things I was doing. I was using it in the wrong way. So we've got to get in alignment with what we want to attract. I'm hearing this woman Esther Hicks speaking on YouTube. It's blowing my mind, but it's as if I'm hearing myself speak for a woman, because I had these conversations with myself, and I know that you speak to yourself, but it's having the courage to face the fear, to dissolve that illusion that you've built up over the collective unconscious fears and insecurities that you've learned. So I'm spitting here, I'm getting passionate. So this is how you attract beautiful women. But it's not just beautiful women, it's the relationship with yourself. So you have to become that beautiful person on the inside. And that's how I've done it. And I did it again. I want to share another story. I was worried, I remember many years ago a student saying to me, you should tell your stories about the women you met. And I've always used to say, I don't want to do it because it feels arrogant and it feels bragging. And I personally don't like it when people brag about how many women they've had, but I'm bragging about a law that's powerful that I want to share with you, because the law took my social anxiety away, improved my finances, and gave me the belief system that I can attract anything that I put my mind to. There's nothing I can't attract, nothing you can't attract. And of course I actually started to teach men this law. Even when I was teaching day game, that was the law of attraction. And my teaching's evolved now and I've gotten more integral. That's why I don't teach people to cheat on different women. I teach them how to build honest relationships, but it's still attracting women because it's the same formula. Money, women's success, health, overcoming social anxiety. I had to attract the right vibration to get rid of people phobia, because I was in a certain frequency and energy of fear and anxiety. I didn't trust anyone, I was afraid because the beliefs were put on me. I changed the beliefs, everyone is nice, the anxiety's gone. It's so powerful. A lot of members in our society will judge, I understand, because they're in a different mindset, and I've done that myself. I've judged that this works, it's powerful. And you won't even know how you're doing it, and the woman won't know, you don't need to know, because you're in the right vibration. So if you're struggling at the moment to meet women, it's because you're out of alignment, you're in the wrong vibration. So you have to align back out. Another thing that comes to mind, I keep saying it again, no fap, trying to get off the porn, and just the angry beliefs. You know, the conversations that we have with ourselves when we can't get things, that we all do it, I did it, and we say sometimes in our mind, for F's sake, how comes he's got it and I can't? I'm a good guy, what's he? We get jealous. The jealousy brings us into a low vibration. We've got to practice refraining from jealousy and aligning to what is ours, which is infinite. It's infinite. There's an abundance. There's so many women. I've got no reason to be jealous of you or jealous of me. There's so many women to meet. So much money to make, so many people to help. So that's how I did it. I did it over a process of time. I did it through facing fears. I did it gradually. I worked on those areas of refraining from addictions. I changed my vibrational state, I worked on changing my beliefs, and I started to get around people that were doing the same, and it reinforces that belief stronger. Now I'm going to be really straight with you guys and girls. I'm not always in the great frequency. I do fall out of it, despite achieving all the success. That's how powerful our conditioning is. So I might see a woman and the voice comes in and it says to me, oh, you're a council estate guy, you was on the benefits, you were bad, you were violent, you've changed, you've become good, but you're still that guy who wasn't good with women. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've had success with loads of women. It comes up. I like it when it comes up. Do you know why I like it? Because it keeps me humble. It reminds me of how I used to struggle. And it reminds me that I still have to learn and get better at discerning from negative voices. That's how you attract beautiful women. The question is, are you going to put the work in? Probably 5% of people watching this will go and do it because it requires courage. You don't need money, you don't need anything that you don't have, it's courage. And it's about self-love. That's how I did it. So, I've said it in my last video, get this book, practice what I said. And if you want to learn how to do this and you'd be interested in working with me, I work with people on a pay-as-you-go basis, single sessions. I also do a 6 weeks program. There's other programs that I offer that I'll talk to you about. Go to my website, www.johnnyberba.com. I'd love to teach you how to overcome social anxiety, build your social confidence, and start attracting the things in your life that you want by getting the relationship with yourself right. I love you guys and girls, I hope that's helped. And go and practice it. Leave comments in the box below, I want to know what you think. Alright, that's how I did it, that is the law, it's the truth. And to go one further, check out Esther and Jerry Hicks's work on YouTube. It's just incredible, I'm getting loads out of it. But I've got the experience myself in working this law, and I learned it through all my experiences. So all your negative experiences, all the things that happen to you that you think that are making you feel bad, they will actually work in your favour when you align over to the good side. I'll see you soon, bye.